Hi, my name is Yara Shahidi. You can catch me on Disney Plus's Peter Pan and Wendy, and this is That's So Random. You're playing Tinkerbell in the Disney Plus live-action film Peter Pan and Wendy. How did you approach putting your own unique spin on Tinkerbell? Well, developing Tinkerbell was really fun because she's a character that doesn't say much, which meant it was all about being really expressive, and so my prep ranged from really groovy playlists that helped me move my body, a lot of jumping around my room as I finessed what I felt like flying and landing would look like and what that would do to the rest of my body, and then a lot of exchanging silent movie clips and even Josephine Baker performances to see how other people use their entire bodies to express something when they're not using words or language. If you had the ability to fly, where would you go? Now, I don't know, I have vivid memories of flying before the age of 5. So I feel like I'm a pro flyer. I don't know if I would go to one place as much as I'd use the skill to my advantage, because you know when there's two things you want to do in different places, and American doesn't offer those in-between flights. If I had the power to fly last week, it would have cut so much time because I went from Coachella to a TED Talk in Vancouver to London. And imagine, instead of spending 20 hours on a plane, I could have been there in like 2 seconds. Although I'd lose all my miles. We know the Peter Pan story is about never wanting to grow up. What's one childlike activity or behavior you still do? I think I have a couple phobias that you'd think I would have grown out of. So like I hate sitting in booths. There's certain texture things that as a kid I never liked that I still don't like as an adult. There's something about booths, like a leather booth. I just feel like I'm sitting in the past life of whoever was there before me. I will pull up a chair. So that feels a little childlike, but in terms of activity, I was recently talking about how for my 22nd birthday, like a year ago, I got this beautiful glockenspiel, which is just the fancy name for a xylophone that you play in preschool. So I've been glockenspieling in my room. You've been playing Zoe Johnson since 2014 on Blackish and Grownish. How does it feel to close this chapter and say goodbye to Zoe? It's bittersweet, but emphasis on the sweet. I think anything coming to a close that's been this monumental in your life, always there's those feelings of like, oh my goodness, what does this mean to truly say goodbye? Because there will be tears when we wrap, but I think it's been cool to feel as though I properly have explored her storylines. What was the biggest difference between your on-screen college experience and your time at Harvard? I think honestly the amount of time I spent in class. I don't think we ever saw Zoe in class on Grownish. My experience was very much go to class, go to sleep. Describe the first moment you felt seen for your talent as an actress. This is gonna be so random, but I remember, I don't know if she remembers, I was actually on a Zoom call with the incredible Octavia Spencer before Blackish wrapped. It was on my last day of Blackish, and we just happened to have this Zoom meeting. And I remember her telling me that she enjoyed watching me on screen, and I think for somebody that just means so much in my world, that really meant a lot, and I think the timing meant a lot for me to be leaving Blackish, which in so many ways was my comfort zone. It meant a lot to hear that. You recently posted your People magazine cover celebrating your year of yes. In the post, you showcased some pretty cool dance moves. What song were you dancing to? This is so funny. I asked in my caption if people could guess what song I was dancing to, and people had some really good guesses based on what they know of my music taste. But no one guessed Moto Mami by Rosalia. The last movie that made me cry, Harry Potter. I was really late. I just started watching the Harry Potter series this year. I was really late to watching Harry Potter. And that scene with Snape, I'm trying to not give anything away for the people that haven't watched. Okay, I guess. When Snape dies. One thing you can admit you suck at, cartwheels. I don't know, my head was meant to be right where it is. It's not meant to be that close to the ground, so. What song can you not help but sing out loud when it comes on? And can you sing a bit of it? 3 nights at the motel under streetlights in the city of bombs. Call me what you want, where you want, if you want. What the world doesn't need from me is an EP. That's another thing.